Welcome, everyone. My name's Ethan Ellis,
And I'm Donovan Eckersley.
and we're excited to be here in this creation, in this making of a podcast.
Coming at you from Salt Spring Island.
Yeah.
Pacific Northwest.
That's good. It's really good.
Yeah, man, it feels really good to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this has been in some way, a long time in the making.
Mm-hmm.
Probably since the very first time we met.
Yeah.
What's that now? Like 4 years ago? 5 years ago, maybe?
Probably four. I think four. Yeah.
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 I'll always remember that time.
Yeah.
And then now here we are.
Yeah. 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 It's crazy to see how, like, and we've talked about it for a while as well. We've talked about doing this, like sitting down and doing this for a long time. And it's like every conversation we've had, it's like we've sat down and like at the end of it, it's always either you or me, like we should have recorded that, or that should have been the episode, or like it's like like waiting almost to like do it. But it's like it's cool to see that like it's taken us that long to get here,
Yeah.
which is beautiful. Because
Yeah.
it's also at the same time, it's like they're like at times I was like, oh, I want to rush into it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, let's just let it be. And then here we are actually doing it.
Yeah, it's happening.
And I think that's a really, like, really beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Really beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is, because it's happening now. And that's really all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are, and two brothers,
Yeah.
and we're going to sit down and have a conversation, see what transpires.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, hopefully there's some good medicine that comes from it,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to share that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that there will be good medicine from it, you
Yeah.
know, no matter what. I feel like that's such a powerful teaching too.
Mm.
Is like, no matter what life presents, it's like, that's the medicine. So it's like whatever this conversation ends up being is medicine.
Mm-hmm.
To say that it's not medicine is me judging, oh, it should have been this way, or I should have said this, or I should have looked this way, or I should have done this thing differently, instead of just like accepting it for what it was and for what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and just rolling with that.
Yeah, and people will get from it what they will,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all good.
Yeah.
Maybe nothing.
Yeah. 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 I just wasted all of this time. It's like, sorry, not really. Yeah. I'd love to know, like, I think it'd be good to, like, I just like to share, like, what brought us here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what made us want to do this, or like, why do we feel called to do this, and how did this come to be? I think that that'd be a good place to explore. Like, how do we get here, you know? Because I feel like it builds context for everybody also watching and for everybody experiencing it,
Yeah.
of context of like, okay, why this, you know?
Yeah, I think, well, we get to just share our gift of being with the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so how did that come to be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for myself, where do I begin?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite the story. I don't know, there was just something knocking on the door,
Yeah.
and I had no real idea what it was. And it was right around the time that I met you that I was contemplating and doing a little bit of research myself, which, looking back, there was a little bit of force involved, where I was looking to go sit in ceremony, specifically with plant medicine.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine put me in touch with a beautiful woman, and that's how it began.
Yeah.
For me, again, that subtle knock on the door. I just wasn't happy with my life, like, and what I was doing for work, and I was just kind of here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah.
There was no balance. I wasn't in harmony with anything, and yeah, there was something gnawing at me,
Yeah.
and so I just answered that call, really.
Yeah. What was the gnawing? What do you think the gnawing was?
Spirit.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Hey, and so gnawing might not be the proper word. I don't know if spirit necessarily gnaws on it, but it's just
Yeah.
a whisper,
Yeah,
from spirit.
for
Like,
sure.
hey, dude, there's
Ooh.
more is a funny word,
Yeah, yeah,
but in the same sense, is like, hey, I got something for you.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
ready?
yeah.
I got something for you, and
Whoa.
you can hold this. And
Yeah.
actually, I need you to hold this. Like,
Yeah.
the world
Yeah.
needs you now
Yeah.
to step into a
Yeah.
bigger, more harmonious version of yourself. And
Yeah.
so it's time to open up
Yeah.
and let me take the lead.
Yeah.
And I got all the trust in you in the world.
Yeah.
And just know that you're held and loved and supported. And it's not maybe going to be the easiest journey,
Yeah.
but you got this.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's
Beautiful.
that's kind of how that's in some way what definitely brought me to this point. And then meeting you, of course,
Yeah.
not long thereafter, and it's like, who is this guy, man?
I'm super curious to, like, this is just a side thought, but like to know your first impression of me. Like, what was your first impression of me? If you could like zoom back to that time, like first upon meeting me, like, did you have a first impression of like, who the fuck is this guy? like,
I was
this
just like,
dude's so
whoa,
weird.
like this guy's big energy,
Cool.
big energy, and a lot of that energy is like it was beautiful. It's beautiful energy. It's like, wow, okay, this guy also hears that same whisper,
Yeah.
and it's like instant connection,
Yeah.
instant brothers.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really, really beautiful.
It is special, man. It's
Yeah.
it's good to be here with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's good to be anywhere with you. You know, like in a weird way. And I think that comes from like just the work that we've done, like to get to the place in ourselves where we feel comfortable. To be with ourselves, being with other people. You know, it's like I have a level of comfort within myself, and that lets me be comfortable with you. You have a level of comfortability with yourself that lets me be comfortable, that lets you be comfortable with me. And I think it's like that level of comfort that we've been able to develop, I think, is everything. It's like, I think it goes back to what we're talking about even before we started shooting, of like this, just the safety, just like relaxing into the moment. So, I mean, I look into the world and I see so many people who aren't relaxed, who aren't relaxing into the world, who aren't just like taking the deep breath or slowing down, that are living in that fight or flight, that go, that like all over the map kind of place, or like going from one thing to the next thing, not really having the chance to slow down, and just like social media is like just distracted like crazy. And it's not slowing down to actually just like, let's just be here. You know? Hey.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I see you.
Hey, you in there?
Yes. And moving from that place.
Yeah.
I think that's that's what we've been able to develop, and I feel like that's what that spirit. It's like, oh, I see you, and I see the soul, the spirit in you. That's the same spirit in me. That's the same spirit in everything.
Yeah.
And I see through all the other stuff that's there, and I just see
Yeah.
you for who you are,
Yeah.
knowing that that's who I am too. And there's like a level of like, a level of security and a level of safety and a level of comfort, kind of like in that. And obviously it's still expanding and growing, and I'm like always pushing the next thing, and I feel like we both are. It's like I feel like there's a level of that, you know, a level of being, quality of being. That's
Yeah.
there.
I want to ask you the same question.
Yeah.
What
That's good.
What brought you to this point of the journey to
Yeah.
sit here with me now and to press record?
Yeah. Crazy. Same thing though. I feel like there's a gnawing of spirit. I think that was a great word, because I think the gnawing for me comes in the sense of like suffering. Like I was suffering. I just got out of I got out of a relationship with Cass. That was when I left Cass. 6 month, had a 6-month-old boy, like single father. Like that was when that journey really started to unfold for me of like the spirit. But it was through suffering. It's like spirit's gnawing at me, but it's gnawing in the form of suffering, of like my life was hell. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know anything. It's like my identity of being a national team polo player was completely ripped, like gone, because I was having a son. And so I wasn't that person anymore, the person I spent the last 7 years being. I wasn't that version of me anymore. Dropped out of school for that, had nothing going for me, wasn't working at the time. And it's like, who am I? And it's like, I feel like that was the precipice that led me down the path to then meet you, to be with Andrea. Then Andrea introduces me to Gary. Gary introduces me to you. and we're in your house, your friggin' condo, Grand Prairie, Alberta.
No furnishings.
Yeah, no, literally
No
nothing.
furnishings.
Yeah, we're sitting on the floor, man, and we're doing like John Winelands and Release the Masculine Burden, just like, just yelling at the top of our lungs.
Screaming.
Yes, yeah, like, which was crazy looking back of like how we're able to go there. Like we're just able to go there.
Right now.
Yeah, like right now, and there wasn't like, which was super cool because I never really experienced that prior to that. Like I didn't have like I had connections that I had to go travel. I'd have to go to like workshops or events, or I'd have to go to other places in order to have that kind of connection. But to be able to like actually just drive to your place, you know, drive there and actually like meet with somebody in the same town that I'm living, in which we can like resonate and connect at that level. And then I feel like through the work that we've both done of like we've just remained interconnected, man. And I feel like the unfoldment of that, of just like the wisdom through the plant medicines, through the ceremonies, through just the work and the knowledge and meditation, just like all the work that we've done and I've done, that we both have done, and our connection that we've been able to grow and foster running men's groups together. It's just all the stuff that we've done, you know. It's just like all of that has just led us to this moment where it's like this too, you know. It's like,
Because why not?
yes.
'Cause why not?
Yeah, it's like we've talked about it, and that's the fun. Like we've talked about it for how long, you know?
Yeah.
For a long time, and it's funny because I like look back at those moments and I'm like, oh, just listen, you know, listen, like stop, listen to what we're saying, like listen to what I'm saying, like listen. But it took us that long to get here.
Took us that long to hear it.
Yes,
To
yes.
actually
Ooh,
listen.
That's deep. Yeah, that's good.
Man, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just listening to you, it's like we're meant to be here
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You know, Spirit introduced us to one another
Mm-hmm.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've remained interconnected until now, and our friendship has only deepened. Our brotherhood has only deepened since then. And like finally, we're like living in relative proximity to one another. So we're
Yeah.
gonna try and make this happen frequently as possible, and it's exciting.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting because I think that comes back. Like, why is that exciting for you? Like, why? Why do you think that's exciting for you?
Because I love you.
Yeah, cool.
Right? Yeah, you light me up, man,
Yeah,
and you
me too.
inspire me, right?
Yeah.
You inspire me to, because you see me. And so I don't have to hide anything from you. Just like you're maybe the first person in my life that I've ever experienced what unconditional love feels like, and I'm tingling. My whole body is just like pins and needles right now in the most beautiful way, because it's like, thank you, E.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spirit. Like, thank you, Creator,
Yeah.
for bringing this man into my life. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get to just take it all off, man, strip naked. You know, not literally,
Yeah.
but with you, just all the masks, remove it all.
Yeah.
And you'll listen to anything that I have to say.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm not being judged. I feel completely safe with you. And that's a really special thing.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I echo that, man. Like, I echo that, dude. And it is a very special thing, man, to be able to be just completely honest and
Yeah.
open and transparent of like, this is me, you know, to lay that on, like to have a relationship. Because I feel like this is the playground. This is the playground that we've been able to foster, is like the playground between us is like we're trying things out. It's like you and I get to be super honest and completely like vulnerable and transparent and open about everything.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like we get to take that to like every other one of our relationships. It's like this becomes the new standard, because it's like, I think when I look into the world, a lot of people don't experience that. A lot of people, like, especially in relationships or partnerships, it's like we're not telling each other the truth. We're withholding information. If I like have this, like even what I shared before, like there was a part of me that felt like a little uncomfortable, like touching you in some ways. It's like if I withhold that from you, it's like then there's a little bit of edginess that I'm playing with. I'm not fully being myself. But if I could share that with you, like I shared, it's like it invites me to be here with you. Of like, oh, there he is. And it's like, now here I am. Now we get to connect it that way. It's like we just deepen a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the world is missing that. Like, and I feel like that's a big reason for this podcast actually, is that is like being able to share that, being able to teach that, being able to like just the amount of wisdom that you have and the amount of wisdom that like I have and that we have together, that we co-create together. I think like that's that's honestly a huge reason for this as well, is like to be able to share that with the world.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have a gift, I have a gift, we have a gift, and now we get to teach and share how to be in that way.
Yeah.
How to,
That's
like-
exactly what it is. It's how to be in that way. It's the
Yeah.
gift of being. The wisdom that's been awakened in me, what spirit has given me through experience, like you had mentioned with plant medicine or ritual education or rites of passage and things like that. It's not my wisdom, man. It's not about me. This is, and I've been in that space for quite some time now. You know, quite frankly, in a way terrified to sit down here in front of the camera and do this with you.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, man, you know better now. Like that's showing up, that fear, that resistance, those things are showing up to guide you to doing exactly this. And it's like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's like powerful. I think that there's like, that goes back to like, man, there's so much, like goes back to the previous conversation of like what we had yesterday as well, of like the resistance always points to the true north, you know, of like wherever we feel that resistance, whatever we feel is like the calling. But until we answer that call, our life won't change or we won't expand. It's like we'll continue to experience suffering. It's like we know what to do. It's just about sitting down and actually doing that. And it does originate from like the quality of being that we've been gifted. It's like you've been gifted through the work that you've done, a quality of being that gets irradiated and be shared with the world. And then it's just about moving through the resistance that we experience, the fear of like, oh, well, am I going to be judged? Am I going to be shamed? Is someone going to drop a comment on here? Like, who are these two hippies, like long-haired hippies? Like, I mean, you can't tell that your hair is long. But like, who are these hippies being here? It's like, oh my God, like I felt, like scared. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Instead of just turning on the camera, having the conversation and being here and letting that ripple.
Yeah.
Because it's like we could sit here and I could sit here and pretend to be somebody. I could like put the mask on, like I'm pretending to be a pot. Like I'm a knower, you know. I know.
Ethan, the podcaster.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, and.
Yes.
Yeah, and.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked what you were speaking about earlier, just in terms of how you see not a lot of people really in their full expression, not being completely honest with themselves and one another.
Yeah.
And like, man, that's so sad. And again, I think that's another reason, well, that is the reason why we're here. It's because we've experienced that. And on some level, at some points in my life, I still do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where I'm hiding.
Yeah.
And it's like, give that up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're beautiful,
Yeah.
just who you are. And to connect in that way, there's nothing more meaningful than that.
Yeah.
It's like just true connection.
Yeah.
It's being real.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I see you. Sometimes I hurt too.
Yeah. Yeah. And being in that space, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's like from there, it's like then, like it's, I see you, you see me, here we are. Doesn't matter what's coming up, doesn't matter what's here. It's just here we are.
Yeah.
Instead of like withholding things. And the reason I do that, and I think that other people do as well, is like, because we don't feel safe enough to share it. It's like we think we're going to get judged, we think we're going to get shamed, we think we're going to get in trouble, we think we're going to feel a particular way, or we think we're going to be rejected if I share this thing. So it's easier for me just not to share it, because if I don't share it, then it's like, then I'm safe. But if I share something with you that like risks even our relationship, maybe it's a judgment that I have or something that's on my heart, or maybe I don't want, like if I'm in a partner, maybe I don't want to be with you, you know, maybe that's what I'm feeling. I'm not willing to share that. If I'm not willing to be open about that, it's like, and there's places where I think you want to be careful and tread lightly of what you share and when you share it and how you share it. But I think that if I'm withholding that, it's like I'm withholding a part of me, and I'm not really being here with you.
Yeah.
And that causes so much suffering. Because like if I'm not here with you, then where am I? I'm in my own world. I'm creating like I'm in this world of like pain and like holding on to this thing. So I'm like wearing a mask, pretending to be somebody. If I'm doing that, it's like I gotta cope with that. I gotta deal with that fucking energy that I'm feeling in that moment. I gotta deal with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna deal with that by
And then you're-
masturbating, or I'm gonna deal with that by like watching movies all day, or distracting myself, or eating food, or eating excess food, or just having mental rumination and my mind not clear. I'm just not gonna be focused. I'm gonna be running away from things, feeling on edge all the time, and then like nitpicking you and judging you for things when it's all about me. It's just about this, and just sharing that and being honest and like revealing that. Because it's like when I do that, it's like, oh, it's just whoa,
so
it's just-
freeing.
yeah,
It just opens up.
yeah,
It's I'm glad you took the conversation this way, because last night we went and danced
yeah.
at Ecstatic Dance, and yeah man, it was so much fun. But afterwards we were both kind of reflecting on our drive home about the dance and what we experienced, and it was just like I remember myself saying to you, it's like, oh wow, I just realized like 3/4 of the way through the dance I just clued in, where have I been? Where have I been? I definitely haven't been here. I haven't been present, because right now I feel really good and clear and open. And I realized that I'd just been living in my head, you know, maybe not entirely, but a good portion of the last few weeks trying to settle into this new home. It's just been like that self-criticism, that self-judgment, and then walking around like alluding to what you were saying. It's like walking around like that. It's like, oh man, I don't even know what to say. It's sad. It's sad. And so this is like permission to like, hey, I know you're hurting. We share the same hurts.
Yeah.
It's all good. Tell me about it, man.
Yeah.
Let me hear that story.
Yeah.
And I think just with that understanding, there comes, you know, what's birthed from that is compassion. It's like, oh, we share this. We share this hurt. You know, it might look a little bit different. It might have manifested differently in the physical world, but it's like, oh no, I'm suffering, he's suffering.
Yeah.
The whole world's suffering on some level.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how can we relieve that? Go dancing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that woman, what was her name? The DJ, Sarah?
Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah. Yeah, she said something really beautiful at the end of the dance last night. Just be a little bit softer with yourself.
Yeah.
And remember, you're somebody's memory.
Yeah.
And it's so true, especially, well, both pieces, but like that softness piece, it's a lot what you were speaking about. It's like, we're so hard on ourselves when we do recognize that, oh shit, where have I been, man?
Yeah.
And then and then we go back, and it's like, now we're analyzing that interaction with that person, and oh, I texted this person that, and this and this, all these things, and I'm not doing anything, and it's just like, whoa, yeah, there it is. Take that breath.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's okay, man. Call up Dono,
Yeah.
or you know, whoever. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Huge difference, man, between like a shaming self-awareness. I don't know what you would call that, but it's like shame of like, oh wow, I was in my mind, or I was caught in this pattern, or I was doing a habit or acting in a way that I didn't like, or doing something like just totally not here. I wasn't here. And then to notice that, but then to beat myself up for that. It's like, what? Like, what is that? Like, that's just the same thing. I said, why not just be gentle? Why not just be softer? Why not just like give myself that love, give myself the grace, give myself permission to be human, and just let it melt away. And just love myself a little bit more there. Because it's like when I do that, what does that create? Because I can shame myself. Like, what does that do? I think it perpetuates like a childhood pattern of like, that's how we learned growing up. If I look at things, if like we expand that, it's like, I truly believe that like the reason why that shame cycle exists is because like when I made a mistake as a parent, or when my parents did something that they didn't like, they would usually shame me for it to try to change me. And I think that I just took that pattern, that happening over 1,000 times that had happened in my childhood, of like me maybe spilling something. Oh, like, why'd you do that? You know, and me feeling shame for spilling it. It's like, okay, I got to be careful that I don't do that next time. So it's like I just took that pattern and still just replicating it to this day, and still acting that out. And it's like, well, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to shame myself into growth. I don't want to shame myself into like evolution. I don't want to shame myself to be something different. It's like, yeah, can I like soften? Can we soften? Can we just like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be you. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be in your mind. It's okay to be disconnected. It's okay to withhold things. And like that's like,
That's one way to go about it,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think we all go down that path
Yeah.
until spirit knocks on the door.
Yes. Yeah. For sure.
And it's like, okay, well, now we get to build a new relationship with shame. Like we get to meet and greet shame in our bodies when it shows up. We get to meet and greet fear in our bodies when it shows up, and really get curious about it. And that's hard, man. It's hard work.
Yeah.
It's hard work to like get quiet enough to listen to that whisper and to free oneself from the shame and the worry and the doubt and all these things that we're just holding ourselves back from being who we are, which is the most precious and beautiful thing in the world, this life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's it, man. I think feeling your feelings.
Yeah.
You know how hard that actually is just to feel your feelings.
Yeah.
You know, and
How silly
simple-
it sounds.
Yes. Yes.
It's like feelings are meant to be felt.
Yeah. It's like what? Like, huh? What's that? You know, like what are feelings? Why? Like, it is that simple. It's just feelings are meant to be felt. That's all that is.
Yeah.
But yet there's a part of me that's still terrified of them. Still terrified of feeling that deep shame or that deep fear or like the deep rejection or whatever might be there. It's like there's still a part of my body that is terrified of that, can hold a decent amount of it, but still terrified of feeling a feeling. And that's all that, it's just a feeling. It's like, can we get comfortable enough just to feel that feeling, feel the shame, feel the pain, feel whatever's there, feel the fear, and just be with that. Because it's like, we're not that. Like, we're light. We're pure beauty, God, in that way. And it's like, that's what we are. And it's like, to get there, all that we have to do is feel the feelings. We have to slay the dragon that's in the basement. We have to like go after that thing. We have to turn around and look at it. It's like when we talked, it's like when you're running from something or when you're walking, it's like what's behind, it's your shadow. And it's like until you stop and look at the shadow, until you stop and turn around and face the things that you haven't been willing to face, the things that you're distracting yourself from or running away from, or, and like I do this all the time, like it's just turning around and facing those things. Because when you turn around and face those things, it's like you slay the dragon, then you move, like you just get it like a little bit more expansive, a little bit more free, a little bit, I think you just come to know yourself more as God or
you
source.
stop running.
Yes.
You stop running and it's like,
Yes.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah. You're actually really good.
Yeah.
Really beautiful.
And I think community is really important when it comes to embarking on this journey. You know, like I'm so grateful that I have you here to just lean on, you know, that if I ever need anything, it's like he's got my back, you know?
Yeah.
And so I guess I just wanted to touch on that. It's like, find your people, because it's important. And who we spend our time with, who we choose to spend our time with it's just important.
Yeah. 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 Like it's everything, man. It's like the birds of the feathers flock together. You are the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Or like there's all those sayings and they're pointing to something.
Yeah.
And what are they pointing to? Your environment. you are that people you spend time with. And if like you spend time with people who don't support you or people who you don't feel safe with, it's like, okay, well, can you get into a place where you feel safe to unravel yourself, to experience something different? Because I feel like that's all that we've gotten to experience, and that's what allowed us to connect as deeply as we are. It's like, I feel like we just connected at the right time, God's grace, like timing of that is just perfect. And it's just allowed us to like just drop into that space of like, okay, we can really lean into supporting each other in this way, of like really getting to know each other, really getting to know ourselves in proximity of that, in community, and then also whatever we've done as well and whoever else we like surround ourselves with. It's like, that's everything, man. It's community's everything. And it's like, and that's where it's like, I think a big part of this too is like what we want to create as well is like community. It's like we want to create that. We want to create that for people. Like we want to build that. We want to build a place. I think that's why we ran men's groups as well. That's why we've done all that stuff. It's why I think that's a big part. We want to create community. We want to create a space where people can come to just know themselves. Because that's all that we're fucking after, is just knowing ourselves. Like, that's all that I'm after. That's all that I think everybody's after, is just like, can we know ourselves for who we are? And I think that it's like, can you surround yourself with people who see yourself better than how you see you? Because you come to see yourself that way. It's like when I look back to like when I first started like joining programs or coaching, like all that stuff, it's like I just got around people who saw me differently.
Yeah.
They saw me for God's source. They saw me for perfection.
Yeah.
Because I was viewing myself as a piece of shit. I was viewing myself as like a ragged, terrible human. I've made so many mistakes. I have so many regrets. I have so many pains. I've hurt so many people. I'm just the worst human alive. Something's wrong with me. I'm broken. And it's like I just got around people who were able to be like, hey,
Nah, man.
hello,
Nah,
like, hello
man.
down
Yeah.
there. Come up. It's okay. It's like the now that we always talk about, like getting the other side of the rainbow. You know, like, we've talked about it now just so much. It's like you're just standing on the other side of the rainbow, being like, "Come over here," you know.
Yeah, we're partying, man.
Yes.
Like there's a party on this side of the rainbow.
Yes.
That's
beauty.
like, it's next level.
Yeah.
Like, come.
Yes. Yes.
But it takes a tremendous amount of courage too, man.
Oof. Well, yeah. Letting go of who you think you are
Yeah.
and everything you've come to know. Like, no. And that's a scary thing to do. I think that's the prereq, man. I think that's why suffering, it's like it goes back to the first question that, like, how do we get here? Suffering.
Yeah.
You know, to some degree, our life was like, it wasn't what we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And it's like through that experience, it's like it's just the force that melts everything away. It's like that's when we're the most ripe for that to come in, for that to open up, for us to see beauty. But it has to get like, to some degree, like pretty wild and ranky first, you know? Because that's, I think, what propels us into change.
Yeah.
Is like, I'm sick and tired of this, man.
Yeah.
I'm sick, and I feel
That's exactly it. Back to the feeling in the body thing. It's like how it's so important that we tune into our bodies. It's spirit's way of communicating with us is through the emotional body. And so we need to pay attention to how it is we're feeling. I can totally relate to what you're saying because, I mean, just yesterday, I told you, I was like, man, like I was a drug addict, man. I was a garbage can, crack cocaine addict for the last 4 years of my addiction. And like, that was a rock bottom for sure.
Yeah.
But like, kind of where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
it's like, it's a new rock bottom. And that old rock bottom doesn't even compare to the rock bottom that I've experienced kind of the last, I don't know, year or so of putting myself through this suffering because I wasn't listening to my body. It was only when I started listening to the body and bringing awareness to, there's the aches and the pains of just repeating the same old patterns and behaviors over and over and over again, just watching myself do this.
Yeah.
Eventually, growing tired, feeling exhausted, it's like, oh my God, I had enough. I'm just like, I'm on my knees every single day crying to God.
Yeah.
There's moments of joy for sure. There's moments of just like, fun and things like that. But like, man,
Yeah.
It ain't easy.
Mm-mm. It's the hardest thing ever.
Yeah, it is the hardest thing ever.
Listening. Listening, and I think slowing down enough to listen. Listen to the body, listen to what the body's saying, listen to what your heart's saying, listening to what's happening inside of you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard to really get to that space where you can listen, where you can see clearly.
Yeah.
I feel like I spend so much time avoiding that place. But it's like when it comes, it comes, you know? And it's hard too, because you can't really control that. You can kind of control it by like doing practices and walking, like meditation, yoga, praying, going for walks, just slowing down as much as you can, really taking time to rest and relax and just be.
And then I think that brings, what those practices bring is it gifts us the opportunity to see the gift of what slowing down,
Yeah.
the clarity that brings. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I do feel this discomfort in my body. Okay,
Yeah.
well, what is it?
Yeah.
Now we can actually check in.
Yeah.
And
Huge.
that's kind of that's the work. That's where it begins. That's kind of the next level, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting curious of like, why is this here and what is this?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
And tuning into that. Like, okay, slowing down enough to begin to develop a relationship with the feeling body, develop a relationship with your feelings, develop a relationship and connect back to here. Your body, feet on the floor, feet on the earth, butt in the chair, like just feeling here. And then the next step is like, and then getting curious of, okay, what is this sensation that I'm feeling? What is this tightness in my stomach that's here? What's this tightness or restriction in my chest?
And why is it there?
Why is that there? Yeah. What is that saying? There's been so many times when I look back and it's like, oh, it's because I told a lie, or because I did this, or it's a pain from 30. Well, no, I'm 30 years old, but like my childhood, or like a moment when my dad said something that triggered me in this moment. That's feeling the stone in my stomach, or it's like something that I'm carrying from a week ago, like a judgment about myself or a judgment about somebody else, or I said something that wasn't true. Like there's so many different renditions of like where that comes from. But it is like having that curiosity of, why is this here? What is this? What's going on? And then trying to investigate that and then be with it. Because through being with it, through feeling the feelings, I think it leaves and creates space. And when we have that space, I feel like that's when we tune in. That's when we get to see, that's when we really get to just be.
Yeah, we open ourselves up to really the truth of things,
Yeah.
to possibility. We're not trying to be somebody anymore. We're not trying to hide these things. We're not, trying to run away from them.
Yeah.
It's just developing that relationship with our bodies and our minds is just crucial.
Yeah.
How
did you do that? How did you develop your like?
Well, it's a work in progress. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that will always be the case for the rest of our lives. Like I feel like it's everybody's work.
Through practice, man, a bunch of different practices, right? Through really, it started with, I guess, the plant medicine for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, and then I guess it just evolved over time. Meditation, Wim Hof, cold baths, jumping in the lake, freezing cold lake, chopping holes in the ice and going in there like every single day.
Yeah, dude, that was wild, by the way.
I can't even believe we did that.
Yeah, dude, it blows my mind, man. Dude, we spent like a couple years doing that. Solid, man.
Yeah, that practice has evolved now, thankfully, into a purification bath, which, is something that actually I need to go and do.
Yeah.
But things like that, and journaling, just getting honest with myself.
Yeah.
Whatever would allow me to do that. Having real conversations. Sadly, too, is eliminating people from my life, having boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to do either. But all of those things have just through a dedication and a commitment to those practices. And it takes time, it takes patience. You know, we want it right now, you know, we're always after that high. It's easy to get high, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, man, like understanding comes through really getting intimate with our experiences and getting truthful and honest with it. We can practice all we want. Like I can sit down and meditate all I want, you know, or go jump in the cold lake all I want, or just, you know, be a ceremony monkey. Like at one time you could say that I was, right? Just chasing that high. And it's like understanding doesn't come unless it's like Muji talks about it. It's like revealed through grace. And that's when we're actually embodied. Right? Really embodied. I thought I was walking around in, you know, at least partially embodied until I picked up a book a few months ago. And it's
Tara
like,
Brach's?
Tara Brach's book. It's like, oh my gosh, there's a whole nother level to this. Like if I really want to get to know myself, I gotta take this seriously. And we do need to take it seriously. And that doesn't mean that it can't be fun. I mean, like I'm having fun right now. We had fun dancing last night. Getting to know ourselves is, it becomes the most beautiful thing in the world. It's like, because now it's just like, I guess with that, things just become more clear. You know, what do I want? What do I love? How do I respect myself? Like all these things. And it's just the experience just becomes more expansive.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that's how I got to, I can't remember your question. I'm at a loss for words here. How have I been able to cultivate a level of clarity or something like that, you asked? Through practices, man. And commitment and dedication. All the things, prayer, meditation, writing, cold baths, you know, running, moving my body, just asking for help. Asking for help, man. That's the big one. Really. It's like, holy shit, man. I have no idea what I'm doing or what's going on. My mind is blown. I come to realize that I am not my mind. I am not my thoughts. I'm not my feelings. And then it's like, oh shit. Like you mentioned earlier, it's like every single idea of who I thought I was or how I thought this world ought to be just came crashing down. Nah, man, you ain't in control of this. Oh shit. Now what? I need help. I need help. So therapy sessions, particularly somatic therapy. Things like that. How about you?
It's beautiful. Like all the same things, you know, the exact same things. I feel like all those same things, like all of it. And I feel like it is just that level of like, I love what you said about like getting to know yourself seriously, like really taking time to take that seriously, to get to know what's going on for me, what's happening inside of me. Is like that commitment to like what's going on. Like I remember just like, this was like when I left the relationship, actually it was before that. I was 23, living in an apartment. It was like I really just wanted to figure out what's happening, like what is going on here, because I just knew that something wasn't working. And it was like that commitment to figuring out, okay, what is this? What am I experiencing? What's this voice that just communicates up here, that just doesn't stop, that just is incessant about how messed up I am and how like just shames me and beats me up for everything that I do, and it's constantly judging myself and pointing out flaws and keeping myself like just causing so much pain and suffering. It's like, what is that? Why is that like that? Why is that there? And just like getting to know that seriously. And I did it through meditation, through breath work, through yoga, through psychedelics, through plant medicines, through ice baths, through just all of it, through coaching, through surrounding myself with people who knew what I did not know. I think that was the biggest thing looking back, is like getting around people who knew things that I didn't, because they helped me see what I could not see. It's like, there's that quote, I don't know who it's by, his name's Frank. It's like, you cannot intervene in a world that you cannot see. Without awareness, if I'm like, it's the classic, like if I'm an alcoholic, it's like I can't admit that I'm an alcoholic until I admit that I have a problem. But it's like, it takes a hell of a lot to admit that I have a problem.
Yeah.
In
So you
order for
surround
me-
yourself with other people
Yes.
who have been there, done that, experienced that, and it's like,
Yes.
you're welcome here.
Yes.
Yeah, I see you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
You can be an alcoholic now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that
Yeah.
inherently.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. You can be whatever you want to be. There's no shame. Nothing's worse than better. It's not like there's no difference between an alcoholic and a millionaire. There's no difference between anything. It all is just what it is. But it's just like tuning into the experience of like, do I want to experience this anymore? Like for me, it was like I was experiencing a radical amount of suffering, and I was like, I really don't want to be this way anymore. Like nothing I do ever feels like it's good enough. Nothing. Wrote a book, like national team athlete, like all this stuff, public, and it still wasn't enough. And I was like, why is it not enough? Like what's going on? And it wasn't until I just like stopped and had the consistent practice of meditation, which I fucking hated at first, absolutely hated, frustrated as all hell by it, just disliked it because I couldn't even sit still. And the first story of like me meditating was just ridiculous, dude. I don't know, I probably shared this with you once before, but it's like I sat down, set a timer for 12 minutes. 4 minutes later, I'm up in the fridge eating chicken. Then literally I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm eating shit. I'm supposed to be meditating. Dude, I can't even sit still for 12 minutes. That's messed up. I go back, sit down, and literally 3 minutes later, I'm up at the washroom peeing. And I'm like, my God, I have this thought, and I'm so reactive to this thought that I just act on it. There's no space between me and that. I didn't know that at the time. So meditation was like incredibly challenging, but it's just through that commitment of like, okay, I'm going to commit to doing these things that I just know, like, I see people in the world that do that and they have this different vibe. They have this energy about them. They have this clarity of being. There's something that they're doing, and that something that they're doing is creating an effect in their life that I want because they feel at peace. They look at peace. It's like I remember watching Stephen James. He was like Project Life Mastery way back when. And he was like just getting started on YouTube. But he was just a young dude. And I was like, this dude has so much energy and so much passion, so much clarity. I was like, I want to be like him. And I learned like, you know, if you model, like fake it till you make it in a sense. Like, not that that's like, I don't believe in that, but it's like, that's what got me started of like, okay, I'm going to do what he's doing because that's going to create an effect in my life. And I want that effect, whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's beneficial. I'm not sure how to meditate, but I'm just going to stick to consistently showing up and doing that thing. And then just see what happens. Just be along for the ride. But just discipline myself to doing that. And I think it involved like all sorts of things. And also, like you said, involved giving things up. And that's not just like letting go of people. It's also letting go of habits and ways of being and ways of eating and just like things that which I still struggle with today. Like there's still things in my life, like vices that I cope with. Like I still emotionally eat. Sometimes I still watch porn. Sometimes I still masturbate. And it's like I do those things to just like avoid life, you know? It's like that's okay. It's okay, Ethan. And I'm still working on giving those up completely. And that's just the work in progress. That's just like, okay, I'm not perfect. I'm never gonna be perfect. And that's my work, but here I am being human, and that's all that really matters. But it's like that commitment to staying disciplined in those practices and removing things, removing people, entering new people into my life, getting around people who knew more, that really helped mold and shape me into who I am today. It's like, I think we talked about this before. It's like standing on the shoulder of giants. Like that's all that we're doing. It's like all that I'm doing is standing upon all of the shoulders of everybody I've ever read, every book I've ever read, everyone I've ever worked with, everybody I've ever hired, coaches. I actually haven't done therapy, which is freaking crazy. Like I actually haven't been to therapy.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I've had like Jim Francis,
Yeah.
that was kind of like a little bit like that. He was a PhD psychologist, so like, and we'd spend
But you
hours.
worked for him.
Yeah, and we'd spend just hours
Yeah.
talking, but it was
Yeah.
never like I paid for it.
Yeah.
I did one session just around like sexual abuse that was like happened, like, and I just wanted to work with like the best, so like I paid $400 for that session.
Yeah.
But that was like, and that was just a one go because I was like, oh, that's not it either. Okay. So yeah, it's just, but just like that's how I got to where I am, and I think it just comes back to like, if somebody's just starting out, or like no matter where they are, it's just like start small.
Yeah.
Like I just started with meditation.
Yeah.
That's really where I started, was just meditating every day,
Yeah.
and slowly that just grew, and that just grew and grew
Yeah,
and
you
grew.
got more curious, more curious, more curious. You started
Yeah.
meeting yourself.
Yeah.
The truth started being revealed
Yeah.
to you through those practices, and that curiosity grew. And you started to fall in love with yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay. Wow. And it sounds like you also asked for help, and you started surrounding yourself with people. You just humbled yourself and surrounded yourself with people who you could sense were living a really good life and who were in love with themselves.
Yeah.
And you wanted that too.
Yeah.
Of course, that's attracting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think, we're all, I don't know. It's just, the word help is just keeps like blinking in my mind, you know? It takes a ton of courage,
Yeah.
right? It takes a ton of courage to get honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And, well, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it takes time.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen.
Yeah. And courage, like you said. Like, think about the statistic of men in suicide. Like how many men, I think it's a man kills himself every minute.
What?
In the world.
Really?
Around the world, yeah. I think I saw this on Sacred Sons. It's like every minute a man dies from suicide. And it's like to think about that. It's like, and I was there at one point in my life. Like I wanted that to happen. Like I tried to kill myself.
Yeah.
Instead of asking for help. It's like my dad was out in the living room. My mom was sleeping. I could have just went out and said something, but it was like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do this instead, because I couldn't ask for help. So it is like having the courage to ask for help, but it's crazy because like we live in the world where that's not encouraged.
Yeah.
Where it's like looked down upon as like you're weak, you're vulnerable, you're like you're less than because you're asking for help. What do you mean you don't know? It's like you should know. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
Man up.
Isn't it crazy that those thoughts, like, they come, man.
Yeah.
They happen.
Yeah.
Me too. I've experienced it. I mean, even just recently, you know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like having a thought that, like, that's a really scary thing. Thinking about, like, oh shit, you know, there's a gun downstairs. You know,
Yeah.
of course, thankfully, you know, I'm not going to act on that thought, but it's like,
Yeah.
that's why the commitment to those practices and to this work is invaluable, because it's like without that moment of clarity, if we were to just attach to that thought and take action, then it's game over, man.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Yeah, yeah. Which I think that's what leads people to that, is like they think that they're the thoughts, and I think that's what ultimately like it leads to, is like that happening. Whereas like if we can disattach from that, like not see that that's just a thought. It's just a thought. It's a thought that's indicating there's some pain happening in your life.
Exactly.
There's some hurt happening. There's some things that are going on, and it might be really heavy right now.
Yeah.
It's just an indicator. It's like a flashing light bulb of like,
Yeah.
okay, there's pain happening in the body. How can we tune into that?
That's another thing.
can
Like,
we
it's
feel that?
just pain.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just pain.
Yeah.
And it's here in some way as a sacred guest,
Yeah.
showing us here, showing us something about ourselves that we haven't been willing to look at, that we've been avoiding, that we've been pushing away, that we've been running from, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man, I'm going to keep showing up
Yeah.
until you actually meet and greet me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and our
Yeah,
the
yeah.
life the life we're gonna live is gonna keep being the life that we're living
Yeah.
until you always say it, man. We keep doing what we've always done. We're always gonna get what we always got.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
so true. And it's like eventually, you become tired of that,
Yeah.
or I became tired of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, I need to step the fuck up then, and I need to make some changes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, how am I going to go about this?
Yeah.
And I mean, we've outlined that already,
Yeah.
but that too takes a tremendous amount of courage, and there's not too many people willing to go there. And I think that's a lot of, you
Yeah.
know, why we're sitting down here today is that we need you.
Yeah.
We need you to like know that it's okay
Yeah.
to
yeah.
sit down here and admit what's true for you now.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yes. Yes.
just admit that shit, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Just know that it's okay, and that we got you. Find the people that got you, right? Find the people that you can trust and that you know got your back no matter what. And there's so many ways to go about that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, there's help out there, there's support out there, and we're not alone.
Yeah. 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 It's good, man. It's really good. There's one thought that like I have to share, and I feel like we're pretty close to an end as well. Like I don't know how you feel. It's getting really dark, bro. It's crazy.
I'm
It's
getting
gonna,
a little
it's gonna be
cold.
funny if we like post this on YouTube And it's like it's just gonna be light,
Time lapse.
and then just dark afterwards. And
Yeah.
the only thought that I have to add on into that is like, it's like through the suffering is love.
Yeah.
Like, and so many of us, like, and I did this and I still do this, is like push away the suffering because I don't want to feel it, or I don't want to look at the thing that's really hard to look at. I want to avoid it. I want to avoid telling the truth. I want to avoid the suffering that's happening here. I want to lie about things. I want to pretend to be somebody. I just want to do all that stuff.
Yeah, and what we resist
Yeah.
persists.
Yes,
And
until we move through it. And then when we
Yeah.
move through it, it allows it to just flow out of us.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of that is love. On the other side of that is spaciousness. On the other side of that is freedom. On the other side of that is
Yeah.
openness. On the other side of that is clarity and peace and fucking
Yeah.
everything that we've wanted, ever wanted in our life is on the other
And that's
side
the
of that.
only way is through.
Yeah.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
there is but one way.
Yeah.
And that's open the door.
Yeah. And
Open the door. Go.
go through it.
Take that step, man.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Be honest.
yeah, be honest. And it's like, it's baby steps, but it's got to be both feet in. It's not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It doesn't work. I've danced that dance. And again, my life has just, well, it's not very fun. I'll just say that.
Mhm.
Like that cycle, that perpetual cycle of suffering, it just continues and continues and continues and snowballs. And eventually it's like I mentioned, man, like the rock bottom that I've hit this past year far surpasses the rock bottom that I hit when I was a crack cocaine addict.
Yeah.
And that's like, whoa. And
That's
what,
saying something.
yeah. And what is that? And what is, who's,
Yeah.
who's, that is saying something. And who's summoning me? You know, what is
Yeah.
it that's summoning me?
Yeah.
It's like, again, it's back to how we kick this off, right? It's like that spirit, man.
Yeah.
Saying, all right, dude, you need to make some changes in your life. Otherwise, it's just, things are going to just like continue the way they're continuing. And how does that feel for you right now?
Yeah.
You know, how does your life look? Do you like what you're doing? Do you like what you see?
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, no, man, actually, I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks
Yeah.
to have to admit that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the
Oh.
truth.
It's the first step.
Yeah.
It's the first step to actually changing that, is saying that, okay, this isn't what I want.
Yeah.
My relationship right now isn't what I want it to be.
Yeah.
How I'm, like, my body, or like how I'm seeing the world, how I'm acting, my job, like it's not my life. It's just it's not it, you know. And to see that, to admit that, it's the first step, because then that leads to change in it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
man.
hard to do. It's really fucking hard to do, but it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that needs to be done.
Yeah, and we know, man.
Yeah.
We know every single time, every single moment.
Yeah.
We know
Yeah.
which choice. We know that we have two choices, right? And it's that old wolf parable.
Yeah.
Man, I can't remember the people that medicine story or creation story is from, but it's like, which wolf are you gonna feed, man? Two wolves live inside you, and it's the wolf of love and the wolf of ego. The wolf of love is compassion and gratitude and joy and humility and all that, you know, all that stuff, clarity.
Yeah.
And then there's the other wolf. It's the wolf of ego, and it's anger, resentment, and, you know, all that sorts of stuff. And the little boy asks the grandpa who's telling him that story, it's like, which wolf wins?
Yeah.
And it's the one you feed, my boy,
Yeah.
the one we feed. And so in each moment we have a choice, and we know which choice is the one that is going to guide us to more love, or the one that is going to continue to create suffering in our lives. And that doesn't mean either, when we do choose love, that all suffering's eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because that's not true, right? It's
Not
like
going anywhere.
the hockey game ended and the Bruins lost. Boom, suffering. You know, I mean, that's a low level.
Yes,
That's a
yeah,
low level thing.
yeah,
But
for
the
sure.
more we step into who we really are and into our power, like the better our problems get.
Yeah. More responsibility. We
Yeah,
take
and
on.
it's like, get better problems,
Yeah,
man. The
like that.
Lords of Gastown, you know, I love that hashtag, man. Back in the day when IG was like, I don't know, it was like maybe a little more hip or something in my head. But it's like hashtag get better problems. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's it, right? Do you like the current reality that you've created? Because ultimately, we each create our own realities from the choices that we make. And it's like, if you don't like it, well, you got to do something about it. Nobody's going to do it for you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that you don't got people that got your back, or that
Yeah.
you need people that got your back. We all need that. And I just think that's one of the most important messages, at least, that I can provide and share with everyone listening or watching or whatever. It's just, don't be afraid to ask for help, you guys. It's a long road, and it requires a lot of patience and a commitment and discipline. And yeah, don't be afraid to ask for help, because it's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it feels like a big warm hug, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's scary as hell at first, and then it warms up, you know?
Yeah.
You know? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
Oh, this actually feels good to be supported.
Yeah.
It feels good to share. It feels good to be honest. It feels good to tell the truth. It feels good to say that, hey, I don't have this together. Can you help me?
Yeah.
You know?
Feels good to just
Yeah.
be who we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, you're just beautiful, you know? Oh, Dono, there you are.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You get to just be you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's beautiful too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, is there anything that you want to say before we wrap this up?
Just thank you to everybody who's listening, watching, tuning in. I'm super excited to just continue to create this, and also build a community, man, and build
Yeah.
a space for like you listening or for you watching to feel that support,
Yeah.
to feel love, to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel enough, to feel that way. I'm really excited to create that, to step into that, to be in that way, and to create that space for everybody. Because it's like, it changed my life, man. And I know that those spaces can have the potential to change many more lives.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's the most important thing that I can do in this world, and I think that we can do in this world, and we all can do in this world, is just provide spaces for people just to be.
Yeah.
It's okay to be you. It's okay. No matter what you've done, no matter how like terrible you've acted or the things that you've done to hurt people, no matter what,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Forgive yourself.
Yeah, forgive yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Life's hard.
Yeah.
Beautiful, brother. Well, thanks for letting me buckle up, shotgun beside you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is like stellar, man. It's, you know, like before, for the people, like I was pretty nervous, like starting, and I feel like I didn't know how to start. I didn't know how to get into this, you know. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know where we were going to go, but I feel like we entered the flow. And yeah, I feel like that it's really beautiful of like, like, and that's the cool thing too, is like we didn't come in with a script, you know. We just came into this of like, okay, here I am, here you are. Let's go, you know. Let's be here and see what comes from just being here.
Yeah.
Available to what wants to flow through.
Yeah,
you know?
we're only going to get more comfortable sitting down here and doing this the more times we do it, and the medicine's going to just flow even more, and that gift of you being you and me being me is going to ripple out, permeate into the world, and it's fun to be able to share that. I'm nervous now.
Nice!
Because I want to like listen to myself talk, and just to hear what we spoke about, like what that sounded like and how the video looks and the recording and all those things. And it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter at all.
You know, it doesn't. And
so let that go too.
Yeah, like, because it's like, that's just judgment. It's like what I said to Scott, like last time I saw him. I was like, because he was similar. I was like, why are you judging what comes out of your mouth? Why are you judging? It's like saying you're going around and judging a tree for being a tree. Oh, that branch shouldn't be there. That one should. No, that's not that. Like, no, don't grow like that. No, it's just like, you know, just it is just fun. It's just like, that was what it was, and it is what it is, and here we are doing that, you know, and that's beautiful, and it is, man. It's been an honor, and I'm excited to keep doing this with you, and excited to like create whatever this is going to create, and I'm excited for those listening, for those tuning in, and for those being part of the community that we're starting, and just like wherever this goes, man. I'm just excited for all of it. Excited for the ride.
Who knows?
Yeah, dude. Who knows?
Right on, brother. Well, I love you lots. Thank you so much again for inviting me along for the ride. Thanks for being my friend, and I got you too.
Yeah, brother. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Good night.